So as you may have guessed from the title of this video, what I want to cover today is remove this limiting belief that my business is stuck at 15, 20, 30,000 per month, and show you how you can add 34,000 in new revenue to your business in a matter of weeks. And it's mainly focused at gyms. Obviously other people can use this in terms of bundle up methods, but I want to break down the numbers and jump straight into it. So as we can see here, what we want to do is remove the fear straight away. A lot of people say 34,000, impossible. But really what we need is 60 new clients, customers at 200 euros per customer, $200 pounds. You can just plug in your currency, which is 12K on the front end, which really should be a lot shorter than 4 weeks. So let's say our retention for clients after 6 weeks, after 4 weeks, whatever our initial sales cycle is, our product cycle is, we retain 45 clients. Let's say our average lifetime value for each of those retained clients is 500 on top of the initial 200. That's an extra 22.5K. So the total numbers from this initial program, from this initial cohort of 60 clients, is somewhere in the region of 34.5K, which is obviously this number plus this number. And just to highlight what I wanted to do with those numbers is highlight exactly what it takes to do that. And you might think I need thousands of new customers, I need XYZ, but you only need 60 new customers. And you just need a predictable way to get those. If we take a step back a little bit, to get 60 new customers in your business in the next month, on average, let's say you close at 30%, you need 180 leads. To get 180 leads, you probably need a good organic system, so you need to tap into your social following. Plus, you probably need to leverage some element of advertising. At the moment, we see ads get a cost per lead anywhere in the region of $10 to $20, euros, pounds. As I said, plug in your number. But if on the lower end, it can get down to 5. On the higher end, maybe up to 20, 25. So let's take in the middle at 10 euros per lead. And let's say we can get 30% of the leads from our organic traffic. We can now take 70% and plug in our budget. So we need 70% of 180 leads, which if I use quick maths is somewhere in the region of 126 leads from paid ads. And let's say we're spending at 10 euros per lead. We need to spend 1,260 euros. And what that then gets us is 12K on the front end. But what that then gets us is, somewhere in the region of 120 leads for our next cohort, because we want to take 60 clients in. But now we've got 120 leads that we can re-engage and probably get more money out of at a later stage. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on the initial 60 people. So if you're watching this, you probably take one of these boxes in that you're not tracking, you're not sure where the sales are coming from, where your past inquiries are stored. You have no efficient CRM in process or in place, I should say. So what that kind of throws you is where the current leads, where's the lowest hanging fruit that I'm sitting on, because you don't know where they're stored. Outside of that, there's no predictable sales process, so there's no routine sales process that you run people through. So imagine if you were unable to speak tomorrow, is there someone that could come in and sell this for you? And most people, because it's so ingrained in them and because they're the only one who understands it, there's not really other people who can do that. So building a predictable sales process is really important. No way to capture attention at scale. So they just have a couple of inquiries from their social media or through, Google My Business or whatever it may be. And they have no scalable front-end product. So if we break this down into sections, the traffic is going to come from a current email list, ads, where we want to create a lot of content. So if we just remove this for a sec, ads are mainly going to be Facebook, Google, Instagram, potentially TikTok if your business is on that. Google listings, so again, Google My Business, Google Organic. And then your link in bio, your organic traffic. So really between these, if we break it down, on average we see 50 to 70% of leads come from this. So 50 to 70%. And then you need to look for really somewhere between 30 to 50% to come from all of these. So your Google listing, your link in bio, so really pushing that in your stories, in your feed. And then your current email list, which you should have, your list of past clients, maybe leads who didn't sign up last time, all of these kind of things. Now, the cost to acquire that client. So let's say we take 200 euros on the front end as their payment. We need the cost to acquire that client to be less than a third. Less than a quarter if you've got really healthy margins. But let's say it costs you 60 euros to fulfill the client €60 to get the client. We want to have that €60 left over, because now we can use that to acquire the next client. And we can create this flywheel so that we're really, really profitable on the front end. I don't think that anyone should be acquiring a customer for €100 for a €200 program, and that way they can't make money. And they're hoping that on the back end they can make up that money. The offer, we want a clear roadmap to present to the client. We want an incentive to sign up, and some element of risk reversal. For a gym client, we've seen people, train until you get your desired result. Or if you're not happy, we'll offer you a promotion or, a discount on your continuation. We want to offer them an incentive. So whether that doesn't necessarily have to be a discount, it can be a bundle package. So it would be 300, now 200 for 4 weeks, whatever you decide to do. We could offer them an incentive of competition at the end for the best transformation, all of these kind of things. So the incentive can be a bundle, can be a competition, or can be some element of personalized support. So they may get one-on-one support, they may get check-ins, etc. Risk reversal, as I said, could be a free product at the end if you're not happy, refund, anything like this, something that can make them feel safe. So we've now covered the traffic, we've covered the offer, what they must entail, and really what we're trying to do is tick off all these boxes. So the sales process, we want a quick inquiry follow-up. So when we get these leads, we want to be on them in a flash. So when we get a new lead in the business, we want it to be maximum a day before we reach out to them. And we can do this either manually, through calls, through texts, through reaching out to them, or we can do it through automated messaging. What we would recommend is a mixture of the two. So when the lead comes in, that 5 to 10 minutes later, they get a text message or an email saying, "Thanks so much for inquiring, we're going to be in touch soon." And then I would advise you block out time every day to inquire and call the 10, 15 leads that you may get on a daily basis. Call them and have a sales script. Have a way that you want to identify a problem. So build rapport, understand who they are, what their problem is, why they would potentially want to sign up. Identify the problem in the middle of that. Transition to solving that problem using the features, whether it's the support, the training, the unlimited classes, whatever it may be, to solve that problem, and then offer them the bundle as a result. And sell with confidence. Use social selling, use all of the proof that you have. Well, really, Cormac, this is going to work because we've done it with 90, 100, 200 past customers in our last cohort. Here's what Sarah, here's what Jen had to say, and you can do it that way. So, sales process has to be really, really good, quick and efficient. Social proof selling. We want to identify as many problems prior to the call as possible. What we want to do in that lead form is have them answer as many questions as possible so we can understand before the call. We can say, "Hey, I see that you're struggling with X, or I see that you want to achieve Y. Here's how we can help you do that." And already you've got the upper hand, and then you can just reinforce that by using the social proof to lead that. Now, as I said, you're going to have 30% of people who sign up, but we don't want all of those other 70% of people. If it is 30% that sign up, we don't want 70% going to waste. So we do want some re-engagement, and we at least want to store them in our CRM. So we want a social proof sequence, maybe highlighting throughout the program. We can send out emails to people who didn't sign up. Here's how such and such has been doing since they've signed up. Redial, we want to give them a call maybe 3 to 5 days later, so that we can just have a better probability of getting in touch with them. A lot of people are busy. A lot of people don't answer to numbers that they don't have. So we may want to either call them the same day or leave it 2 or 3 days and reach back out to them. And then an automated follow-up sequence. So for the people who don't sign up to the initial offer, what we want to do is basically tailor a sequence that over the next 6, 8, 12 weeks, we can drip feed them information. They may have signed up for the package because it sounded enticing, but just don't have enough conviction in your brand to go, okay, this is what I need. So what we want to do with those people is really re-engage with them over the next, as I said, 6, 8, 12 weeks. With touch points of social proof, with here's what we've done, here's how it's gone, here's this week's plan, sneak peek into the program, here's a sample meal from our diet plan, whatever it may be. So that all the time we're positioning ourselves in a much better place. That when we do go to push again, we now have to push less on ads because we've got more leads already in our pool who are warmed up, and that we can even protect profitability even more, or we can be more aggressive and increase the amount that we take on next time. So what I wanted to do in this video is just short and simple, like remove the fear of these big numbers. People are like, oh, my business would never be able to do that. And your business is only never able to do that because you think it can't. So like 60 new clients at 200 per customer. And even if this goes to 400 per customer, then we make 24k on the front end and we still make the same on the back end. So you can plug in the numbers that would be feasible for your business here. So this would go to 24 and now we've made 46,000 from the exact same program. So plug in your numbers in terms of what you want your customer to spend initially, what your retention rate is, and what your average customer spend is over their lifetime. And what we really want to do is just expand your mindset in terms of what's achievable within your business. So what we excel in is actually building out these frameworks and systems so that you can go and add these amounts of business, these amounts of revenue to your business. And if you know that with a flick of a switch and with, just some curation in terms of what you want to do with your marketing, that you can add 40, 50, 60, 70,000 if you just plug in those different numbers. And if we change the offer, the retention rate and the lifetime value, it gives you a huge amount of confidence as a business owner that if you're stuck at 200, 300,000 per year, that you can shift that ceiling much higher to 5, 6, 700k in a matter of months. And it's just a matter of changing your mindset, coming up with a good offer and having a predictable source of traffic. So I hope this video was useful. I'm going to leave this document in the video below, or in the description below, I should say. I hope everyone is having a great day. Everyone is pushing their business so far in 2023. And as always, DMs are open for questions. I'll leave a link to book a free walkthrough session with my team if you want. But other than that, download the document, have a look through it, plug in your numbers, and get to work on growing your business in the next 4 to 6 weeks.